because this Leonardo scooter has been sitting outside for so long, I want to remove and clean the carburetor. And to get to it, I will start with the air filter housing. It's mounted with 2 screws down here. Open these 2 clamps. This is not going easy, so I'll use some oil here. In order to reach the carburetor, I have to remove this cover, and it's only mounted with these 2 screws. And as mentioned before, put the screws back to their position. Now I can reach the carburetor through this hole, this thing, this right here. So I'll go ahead and remove this clamp here to remove this rubber hose. Remove the rubber hose. So there are some cables and stuff connected, but I can't really see it, so I'm not sure how to proceed actually. Maybe it's easier to just pull it off, and then maybe I can reach the cables. Open this a little more. So on the other side of the carburetor is the throttle cable, and I removed it already, but there was actually no way to film that because it's too deep inside. And my special thanks goes to the Italians who use a 9mm nut for this. Thank you very much. And now it's only the gas hose left to remove. And I can pull this thing out. Whee! There it is. So now I want to check if the jets inside here are clean or dirty or whatever. So first will be to inspect the thing. Okay, the needle don't move at all. It's not a good sign. This thing should move freely. Now I'm happy that I removed it because this thing wouldn't have run at all anyway, and then I would have done it anyway, so also a good decision. And also now I can show you how it looks and how it's done. Ew. This gas looks really bad. Looks like 5-year-old gasoline. What the fuck? This floater doesn't move at all. Phew. Why? I haven't had this before, it's not moving at all. So to remove the floater, you need to remove this axle. Just push it out, it's only pushed in. So I will do this on the vise, and because I know what's happening, I have a safety net. Okay. Remove the main jet. And inside this hole down here sits the idling jet. Make sure for this to use the right size of flathead screwdriver, because you don't want to destroy this head of the jet. And I remove this floater seat. See, here you have a small filter. This looks pretty good. The rubber seal. I think I will get a repair kit, so I will have all the stuff new anyway. Underneath here is the vacuum dose, or what to say, that if you open this thing, there will be a vacuum on the other side, and this will pull the needle up. But the needle doesn't move at all now, so I have to check what's going on. Usually there's a spring underneath, so be careful. And this membrane thing, don't destroy it. Be very careful with this. Now the salting should move up, but this is not moving at all. Now it's loose. You see? There's a dry gasoline film that held the needle, so I really need to clean this. And I think this is a automatic choke, correct me if I'm wrong. But when you cold start the thing, this will go up. It's the same when you would pull the choke, but this one does it automatically. You see, it's like a choke needle. And another jet here that I remove. And let's clean it with brake cleaner. So the main jet and the idling jet are completely closed, and I used to clean these things with a really small wire. That's okay. This was not too bad. And the idling jet is completely stuck. But the wire is too big. Wire brushes usually have really thin wires, so they are perfect for this. So I will work this wire in until I get it easily through. And now I start reassembling the parts that are still good. Just snug it fit, not too tight. And here we got the idling jet. Where was it? Where's that hole? Oh, here it is. Very important for this. You have the spring, a washer, and then an O-ring. If this is in the wrong order, you can never adjust your idling stuff right. It will never be 100%. The idling will go up and down, and sometimes be higher, lower, whatever. Before removing this, I counted how many turns it was out, and it was 1.5, so I will do the same now. I will go all the way in, not tight, just as I feel the bottom, and then again roll half, 1, and 1.5 out, and it will be the same as before. I couldn't find a repair kit for this carburetor online, so I will go ahead and I will use the cleaned old parts. And I will try if it's sealed or not. If not, I will have to find something else. Mount these crosswise. And don't tighten too hard, just a little bit. So where the heck was this located? Okay, fast forward, it belongs right here. To see if this carb is leaking or not, I usually use this setup. With this thing, I still don't know how it's called. I really should look it up. So we'll have the hose connected here, fill it up with gasoline, and then I see if the level goes down or not. I can leave it like this overnight and don't have to mount and dismount it to the machine and stuff. So this is a really good setup to try out carburetors on the bench. But what I do now is not a good setup. This lower housing with the floater will fill up now, so this is no problem now. That's okay. I leave it like this until tomorrow, and if it's still in the same level, it's good. So overnight only about 4 milliliter are gone, so this is perfect. The carburetor is ready to go in the scooter. And to empty that chamber, I'll open this screw and release the gasoline. So when mounting, I have the same problem with this mounting. There's not much space inside and it's impossible to film everything. So the gas puller is mounted here and goes in here. And gas hose comes here. That's basically it. And then I push it in, tighten the clamps, and that's how it goes. So now the carburetor is in and the gas puller is mounted. So now it's that hose that goes on. I want to get the fuel out of this fuel tank, and I don't know how, but I think this thing has a fuel pump, so I hope that I can get it out with the fuel hose. So let's see what it does. I don't hear no fuel pump. Maybe the fuel pump only runs when I'm starting. No. Maybe the fuel tank is empty already. So let's put some fresh fuel in there. Next try. Want to see how much is coming. Okay, that's enough. So the fuel pump works at least. So will it run? Now the fuel pump needs to fill up the fuel chamber of the carburetor first. This will take a while. Oh yeah, this sounds good. Oh yeah. Another engine brought back to life. Oh. Okay, I will let it run for a while. So when I open the throttle it will go up. And I think the problem is that these carburetors, this jet needle is quite dirty still. I cleaned it, but very strange. And when this is dirty, there's not enough fuel coming. And I'll also check the membrane again, because this needle goes up, but it's like goes up, but it's shivering a lot, so I will check that membrane also. So I have to take out the carburetor again. The engine of the scooter is running, and I'm very happy about that because it's not destroyed, so very good news. It's not perfect, but this will be handled in the next video, and in the next part I will also change the rear wheel bearing, and what I do now, I also will change the oil and other good stuff. So see you in the next part.